next segment is very, very much on topic, and it's in relation to the business directory from Reignite Democracy Australia. So, following a similar theme of upholding rights and refusing to discriminate, RDA has launched a couple of months ago now a business directory for businesses who are not willing to discriminate along the grounds of which we've just mentioned. This is a wonderful initiative, and the business directory is very user friendly. The functionality is great. If you're looking for any type of business, you can search for what you're looking for. You can search by location. An app is actually on the way in order to provide ease of use, so you can find businesses on the fly and go on in there with the peace of mind of knowing that you're not going to be made out to you're not going to be made out like you're some sort of dirty person or something like that, which of course you are most definitely not. Now, I've got an interview here with Monica from RDA. I think some of you might know who Monica is, and she just talks us through the business directory, what the motivation is behind it, and how it works and what it seeks to achieve. The interview goes for about 5 minutes. I'm going to play that for you right now. All right, so we are joined here by Monica from RDA. Monica, welcome to MCJ Report. Now, tell us a little bit about the RDA Business Directory and what is it seeking to achieve?
Well, we actually started this about 6 weeks ago, and the idea is that, RDA has quite a large audience, and I wanted them to know the businesses around their area that they could support, and businesses that weren't going to make them feel less human for having a medical exemption or for wanting to pay cash. So it's basically just giving people the option of a safe place to go and shop. And also it's supporting local businesses that support, human rights.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. Now, a lot of people right now are really concerned about discrimination along the grounds of vaccination status and things like that. So what can people expect from businesses on this directory regarding those concerns?
Of course, well, all of the wording on the directory was looked over by lawyers to make sure that, no one's breaching any laws by being a part of this directory. So that's really important to us. And what people can expect is that, it's actually not a business owner's job to police these things like masks, mandates, the QR codes, etc. What businesses need to do is provide what the government wants them to. So they provide a QR code and they, assume innocence instead of assuming guilt. So if someone isn't wearing a mask, the business owner would assume that they have an exemption instead of, berating them to find out exactly why. If they want to pay cash, they can, because that's legal tender. And the QR code check-in is there, but it's not the business owner's job to police it.
Okay, fair enough. Now, talk to us a little bit about the functionality of RDA Business Directory in terms of finding businesses, options, using the location services and things like that.
That's right. Well, currently it's on the website and it's very user-friendly. You can type in your postcode, you can type in the type of business that you want to see, and also there's headings of different industries as well. But very soon, and we're just waiting for approval, but very soon we're going to have an app as well, which is going to make it even easier. So you can be somewhere and say, I would like to find my closest cafe, and the app will actually just show you how far away the closest cafe is. So the functionality is still okay on a phone, but it's not as good as an app. But right now the website is absolutely functioning, and it's doing really, really well. Businesses have had a lot of business, which is exactly what it's designed for. So
perfect. Now, I understand that the service is Australia-wide, and what types of businesses can people expect to find on there?
Well, everything. There's everything from concreting to ducted heating to cafes to beauticians, and a lot of natural health services, as you can imagine as well. So there's tons of options on there. I think we've got close to 400 at the moment. So there's plenty of options all over Australia.
Okay, perfect. And if a business wants to get involved and register with this registry, how do they go about doing it?
Well, you go to the website, Reignite Democracy Australia, and the business directory is right there on the homepage, but it's also under initiatives, business directory, and it's $29 a year, which, we have a database of 70,000 people now. So it's really a great price for what the service provides. So www.reignitedemocracyaustralia.com.au/business-directory. That's where you'll find it.
Perfect. And before we wrap it up for today, any final words?
Well, I think it's really important that we plan for potentially the worst case scenario, which is a shadow economy. It's not really what we have in mind. It's not really what we want to do, but we may have to have it. And this is the start of that. And, with freejobs.com.au as well, really it's a full solution for employees and employers who simply just want to follow the law of privacy and discrimination and so forth. So it's a great solution. And I'm really excited that that we have this and we have the freejobs.com.au so that people can find jobs in safe places.
Perfect. Sounds great. So for business owners at home, that is reignitedemocracyaustralia.com.au. Navigate to the business directory, fill out the form, and away you go. Monica, thank you for your time and hope to have you back on the show really soon.
Thank you so much.
See ya. All right, so a big thank you to Monica from RDA. So how good is the business directory? Honestly, as a consumer, it costs you absolutely nothing to jump on, and it costs you nothing to support businesses that actually care about human rights, businesses that are not seeking to discriminate along the grounds of Daniel Andrews and that sort of rubbish. And of course, for business owners, I believe it's a very good deal, $29.95 a year. And I know personally businesses that have jumped on board that have gotten really good business. So in my opinion, everybody wins. And I know that it might be a little bit unfortunate that we need to operate this way in a shadow-like manner. But ultimately, we have a huge fight on our hands. And this type of infrastructure simply needs to be in place to protect us, to protect rights of citizens. And this is a matter of holding the line and continuing the fight. So that wraps us up for this segment of the show.